Hello, hello, hello. Today's little nugget is kind of deep. It's for anyone who has never really felt like, really felt the love that most people talk about from a mother. And this came to me when I was going on YouTube to do my research, because right now I'm studying to do music production, and this video came up. It was a short about a bird that is similar to an emu, and it's called a Darwin's rhea. I don't know why they name it after this crazy man, but it's a rhea. And it's a flightless bird in South America, Patagonia, to be specific, that area. This bird is odd because the male takes over everything. The male is the one that has the, let's say, maternal instinct. And the female lays the eggs and then takes off. She just goes, I don't know where she goes because they didn't talk about that. But the male then comes and sits on however many eggs that there are. So this particular male had like 11 eggs that he was sitting on. And eventually, like, he just sits, like, it's bizarre to me. He just sits in this field-like thing with tufts of trees, like short shrub trees. He just sits and sits and sits on these eggs until they start to come into little chicks. And then he takes care of the chicks. And it is so crazy to me that he does this, right? And his instincts, his fatherly instincts are exceptionally strong. So he'll, go looking for food and then come back to the rheas. They're supposed to stay really close to him, and it's really pretty amazing to me. So what happens is that sometimes they get a little too far from the daddy to know where he is. So in a case like that, then there's this chick that's sitting like a sitting duck, right? Not knowing where to go and not knowing what to do because their father is gone too far, or they're wandered away from their father, or whatever, however it happened. And they will send out a distress call, these chicks. What happens is, whichever rhea dad hears this chick will go running. I'm telling you this story, and it's very bizarre to me. And this is what the narrator said. Male rheas have such strong paternal instincts that if they find any lost chick, they will adopt it. So as I was watching this video, and it was only like 2 minutes long, if that, I was watching the rhea as he got all of his little rheas, his little chicks, under his wings. Because, like I said, they're the size of an emu. They're I think smaller than an emu, but they're flightless. So they have these huge, massive wings. And as I heard this story, as I heard this narration, I thought of the Most High. And I thought of never having that except for my grandmother. And that's why I missed my grandmother so much when we were, I would say, forced to come to the chosen frozen. So I started thinking of the Most High in Psalm 91 and how it states that he will gather us under his wings. So if you haven't had a mom right? If you haven't had that feeling of a mom, I'm now going to read Psalm 91 so that you can realize that the Most High has his children who are following him under his wings. And I'm going to show a fountain that's near where I'm staying, and I will narrate Psalm 91 for you, and I'll come back and tie it up. Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High, who abides under the shadow of the Almighty. He is saying of Yah, my refuge and my stronghold, my Elohim, in whom I trust. Verse 3. For he delivers you from the snare of a trapper, from the destructive pestilence. He covers you with his feathers, and under his wings you take refuge. His truth is a shield and armor, or buckler. Verse 5. You are not afraid of the dread by night, or of the arrow that flies by day, of the pestilence that walks in darkness, of destruction that ravages at midday. Verse 7. 1,000 fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it does not come near you. Only with your eyes you look on and see the reward of the wrong ones. Verse 9. Because you have made Yah, my refuge, the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil befalls you, and a plague does not come near your tent. Verse 11. For he commands his messengers concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Verse 13. You tread upon lion and cobra, young lion and serpent you trample underfoot. Because, verse 14, Yah is saying this to you, because he cleaves to me in love. Therefore I deliver him. I set him on high, because he has known my name. Yah continues in verse 15. When he calls on me, I answer him. I am with him in distress. I deliver him and esteem him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my deliverance. That's what Yah says to us. It's not easy living not knowing that, quote unquote, love of a mother. But there are other people besides myself. I know it. I know that's why you clicked on this video, because you have never really known that. But the Most High says that he will keep us under his wings. He will keep us under his wings. He will comfort us. So, though it's, like I said, not easy growing up, not knowing the love of a mother, the comfort of a mother, all the things that you would normally get from a mother who's got the maternal instincts, I am challenging you to go back, and when you're feeling down because that hasn't happened, read Psalm 91 and find other people who can take that surrogate role, right? When I had my kids, I made sure that I let them know. There were some that weren't huggers, but there were some that up till 18 years old, they were sitting on my lap saying, "Can I have a hug?" And I would give it to them, because that is how I'm a nurturing type of person. And I know that this is something that is missing in a lot of people. When I gave a speech on always giving really important hugs when people needed it, and people lined up to get hugs. So I know this world is missing that. So if you are one of those people, I'm sending you a virtual hug, right? I'm sending you a virtual hug right now. And I'm telling you that your Abba, if you follow the Most High, He will put you under His wings. When you feel like you can't go on, just call out to Abba. Call out to Him. He will send His angels to protect you and guard you and lift you up so you don't dash your foot against a stone. So, sending you acres of love. This is Sambuka, aka Mama Sam Salembe.